guys, we're back here in Minecraft. Let's just load up the world here. I forgot to name it Starbase so far, so but I'm gonna make a video of how I create my Starship and super heavy booster. This isn't perfect, but I think it should be a good tutorial. We'll do a 1-to-1 scale, and we'll do a little bit bigger, kind of like a 1.5 times scale. So we're here. I haven't got much done, so that's why I made an update video, because I haven't got much done here because of other projects and other things going on. So it has been either a bit over a week since our last video. But yeah, we're still doing stuff. We have this area right here, which I constructed. Now this tower doesn't exist. I just wanted to add some detail, so I created this tower. I might remove it and add more construction stuff over here, but for the time being, this tower is here. Now it actually about as tall as the super heavy booster, so really big. This thing needs to be taller, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know what this is. There's just some stuff here, so I added those, these things kind of look like fans. They're all around. Added this, which I did not make it to look like that. It was just the weirdness of how World Edit works. I had to move all this stuff because there wasn't room for these shipping containers. And it ended up looking like that for some reason. I don't think this mud pit exists, but once again, area. Once I get more details from Google Maps, because I closed the tab, so I was just guessing for parts of this. But yeah, parking lot over here, some tanks. That's it over here. That's pretty much all that I've actually added. But I'll build a starship real quick for you guys. So I'm gonna equip your quartz and grab black wool. These are the two main things you're gonna want for this. But other things you could grab would be things such as you grab glass if you want to make a crew one. I'll show you how you can add that, and let me just take a look real quick at what kind of things we could add to it. Oh yeah, of course you're gonna want fences for those landing legs, and also you're going to want to grab some ingredients for the engines. Not really ingredients, but whatever. Blackstone, polished blackstone specifically. You're going to want that. And that black I just replaced, of course. You're going to want andesite wall, and you're going to want what was it? Sorry, I haven't built one of these in a while. Yeah, it's just quartz, I think. Let me check out over here too, because this is more accurate to current. Move engines. Oh, so it's just gray. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. And of course I spelled gray wrong, like the name. Light gray wool. That's what you're gonna need for this episode. I already had glass in my inventory. Of course I already did. Now, so you only need 7 blocks. 6 if you're gonna make just the normal one. Also, I'm gonna use the wooden axe because I use World Edit. It's not like you need World Edit to build just a starship. I'll use this to make this video shorter, because I don't want like a 30-minute video just for how to build a starship. So we'll start off with just the starship itself. Start off, grab your polished blackstone, place an oak fence, then one behind it, like that. And I'm probably gonna move this that way more, but I just want a starship right next to here. And then you want to skip 9 blocks, then place another one, so 9 block gap, and then place another one, and then do the same thing. Then you want to go to your center block. We'll just mark it with light gray wool. That's not permanent. It's the gap 4 blocks. there to there, and that, 4 blocks that way, and then you want to do the same thing, oak fence on top of there. Allergies, so annoying. Springtime. Okay. Okay, so now you want to put block of quartz on top of that inner block port. So next we will build, you remove that center block. Next you want to build one out from each of those blocks. So a quartz on either side, so singular block. So it should look something like this now. And next thing you want to do is you just want to go in and go pretty much directly to the other side. Now there is another way you can do this, which I'll show you real quick. On the corner here. You could build it this way too, where it's just 5 blocks, single corner, 5 blocks, which I'm not gonna do because I think it looks a little fatter than it needs to be, and a little less circular. You know, it looks more square-like. Where this looks like it's constantly turning, but it also still looks square. But this is super square. I mean, just look at it. Long sides. I mean, if you want to, you could use this, but I think I'm gonna stick with my design because it's more circular. Yeah, feel free to use that. And nose cone will be a little different for you if you use this, though. But yeah, I haven't designed any with that. I just figured that's another way. And this is 1:1 scale. So the real Starship is 90 meters wide, and if we measure it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks. So that is 1:1 scale in Minecraft scale, because we all know 1 block is 1 meter. Now here's the basic thing you need to know is heat tiles. So for our first basic design, just do heat tiles. Those 3, these 3, those 3. So you should have 2 blocks of white on these corners, and this is how you kind of can tell the way this is. So your fins will go here and here. So yeah. Next thing you want to do is just build the same exact thing. Whatever it is. I think 37 more blocks. Or you want this in total to be 37. So 36. So the same thing 36 more times. Which I'm just going to use my world edit for this. So slash 36U. And yeah, that's really tall, ain't it? So yeah, you just want to do that. Definitely pause to do that if you don't have world edit, but if you do, you do that just like that. And yeah, you can pause, copy my command if you don't know commands that well. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to go in singular block. Now this isn't the real size. You can see we're actually taller than that one. I wasn't actually putting those to the real scale. I made the hot staging ring way bigger than it needs to be, so that got rid of a bunch of this thing's height. So you can build this. I know there's supposed to be heat shield there. I'm just doing this so I can see better. Now we can place heat shield. Heat shield just follows the same pattern like that. Okay, good. Now you want to do that 3 more blocks up. I'm not going to use world edit. This is pretty simple. I don't want to abuse world edit, because then sometimes it can be slower when it's the small little things. I just use it when I want to save time. Things like videos like this. Okay, now you have that. So you go in a single block on all of these. So you should have a little ring around like that. So now now that that's 3, to follow the pattern, you want to go in 2. Not 2 that way, but 2 up. And then, following that pattern, you go in a block, and then 2 up this time. and that just kind of lets it angle in at a certain pace. So it's not just a straight up, you know, it's more, you know, like a straight angle, it's more curved. And that's what we want with Starship, because it's very curved. So we're looking pretty good there. Next thing you want is make your corner blocks. Like that. Not corner, but, you know, like that. Those central blocks all around. And then you just want to add blocks in between. So now it'll kind of look square shaped, sideways square, like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like now. That'll last for a block. Then you want to take everything in like that. And actually, right there, you want to send your black wool, your heat shield tiles in. So now most of it's heat shield. And then that last block will just be heat shield. Like so. So this is what it should look like. And I'll do a little bit of fixing. I think maybe I'll take the heat shield a little bit lower, like that. So, maybe one more block would be good. Yeah, okay. So, still copying what I'm doing there. That is pretty cool looking. Now the next thing you want to build is the fins. The fins will start right there, and they'll be 3 by 3 square, like so. Add another one on the other side. This is on the white side, so in the middle. Now, there's no way to actually create the way the fins look where they're, like, you know, heat shield one side, white on one side, but centered on this. So, yeah. They're going to have to be really thick. So, yeah, that's a compromise we'll have to make. So, after that, you just want to angle up. Make another 3 by 3 with 2 blocks missing. So, another 3 by 3 angled in like that, and then just break these 3 blocks in the corner. Then you want to go one more block there, and that's it. Pretty simple, right? Just want to do the same thing here. 3 by 3 square. Up. Break those 3 blocks. Another one there. So that's why heat shield kind of goes to there. That's where the fin is. So that's as low as you can take it. So otherwise, it doesn't really matter. And now, for the back, along the heat shield side, you just want to build like this. Fill in all of these exposed white blocks like that. And this is the front fins completed like that. So nice and good. Now I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. So you're going to want to go to this corner block here, go 1 block up, go out 3, then copy this 8 times. Oh, whatever. You want it to be kind of like a 4 by 4 or 4 by 3, and then bring it up more until this is in total 8 blocks tall. So it'll look like that. Good thing I'm using quartz because you can actually kind of count and see. So 8 blocks in total, 8 by 3 square. That's what you want to make. Then you want to angle in like that. Do the same thing on the other side, of course. 3 blocks out from there. Okay, so 8th block there, and got this right? Oh wait, I did it directly from the bottom. Sorry. Remember, there's 1 block up from the bottom. Important there. And then just do that, like that. So you see from my older design over there, the fins are a lot closer to each other. I made this one, it's more realistic. Fins are a little bit farther apart. Did I still do it wrong? Yep, I did, because I didn't add the extra block up there. Okay, so 8, then those corner blocks, like that. And then, just same thing we did there. All these white blocks you want to turn into heat shield. And because you built these fins right now, it's going to make the next part easier. So you know how Starship, the one with heat tiles on, at least the pattern, it kind of extends onto the other half of the Starship a little bit in some points, we're gonna make that. Because, you know, it doesn't just look like perfectly white, then perfectly black on the other side, perfectly half and half. You know, there's some areas like that tip. Up here, where it kind of curves in. So right here, we just want to add a 2x2 square right under the fin, and then another block that goes behind it, like that. Then you add one corner block there, so kind of 3 and then 3, like that. So that's what you want to do for that one. And then same thing on the other side, under the fin, block, 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 a little square, go up around the fin there, and then down, curving back down, like that. So you can see those two kind of things there. Next thing you want to create is right next to this fin. You want to go a block up, then do, again, 2x2, and then one back. So it's same thing on this side, block up, 2x2, and then a block back. And it'll look something like that. Now the next thing you want to do is carry on from there up 3 more blocks outwards. And then you want to do pretty much the same thing facing opposite side. So it'll look kind of like that. And then you just want to do the same thing on this side. Build 1 block out 3, and then like that, and then there. And that pretty much finishes up our details. But if you're engine person, you want to add the engines in here, that's a very good detail to add. Move up 2 blocks, and then seal this whole area off with a just white quartz. Whatever, you don't need to use quartz. It's a little easier to see where the blocks are with quartz, but you know, kind of, if you want to use another white block, you can. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm using quartz, but sometimes I'll use wool or white concrete, but I'm using white quartz here. Well, not white quartz. All quartz is white, but whatever. The next thing you want to do is we're going to add engines. Now, we might have to dig out a block here to fit those other engines, but I'll take the design from over here real quick. So I think now I get it. Okay, I think I got it down. So for the black, you want to go 3 blocks down and then place 1. Yes. Then you want to go back, place 2, like that. Then you want to go diagonal, diagonal, and take a second to just copy that down. So 3 blocks in from heat shield tiles, place 1, place 2 diagonal from it, and then 2, and just go kind of an L shape, kind of like how the knight moves in chess. And you want to do that, and then how does that work? There? Yeah, I think that's what you want. So 3 blocks, 2 blocks from that center one, there. Okay. Next, you want to grab your andesite walls. Place a block down from each of those whites we just placed. And it doesn't have to be white. I'll use light gray wool because that's more accurate and it doesn't blend in as much. Yeah, I'd say that's probably better. And then grab your polished black stone from these outer ones, and you're going to want to place a singular block, and then it'll go out like that. Same thing there, out. And then right here, you just want to place 1 below for each of those. So now we have engines. That provides a little bit of extra support. If you think the design looks kind of weird though, make sure to tell me, especially in the front with that landing leg. So, I don't know, might remove the landing leg for that one. Looks a little weird, so maybe just remove the landing legs entirely and replace them with little posts. You can do that if you don't like the way it looks. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, makes it a little bit better. So just add little posts. It doesn't look like you support this big thing at all, but definitely makes it look better. So, come on, work with me today. Get that. Then, right there, out, down. And just like, there, we got it. That one, nope, placed it wrong. Okay, there we go. Doesn't look like it supports this thing at all, but whatever. It's got the entrance. Perfect support beams, right? And that's it for the basic design. So next, we're going to design the super heavy booster. So do a quick cut to that. Okay, we're back. So of course we built this. So now, if you want to build a super heavy booster, this is how you build it. So first of all, materials. All you're going to need is light gray wool, andesite wall, polished blackstone, oak fence, and of course quartz. So you don't need black wool or glass anymore at all. Well, you didn't even need glass to build this, but I'll show you why you might need it later. So the first thing we want to build is just the ring. So pretty similar to what we just did. It's literally the exact same, 9 meter wide. So go up 2 blocks like that. Build 3 out, which, you know, we're not in line. We gotta go extra block back. That's just for me. I want to be in line, you know. Okay, good. So now we want to do pretty much the same exact design, which is that 3 blocks, 2 diagonal, 3 blocks, 2 diagonal, and just kind of do that until it wraps all the way around, and you should get that nice 9 meter design. And this is 2 blocks off the ground. So there we go. We got that done. That's first ring. So next is, of course, the part we all love. If you ever rolled at it, you might actually like this. But if you don't, it's gonna be hard. Console players or people who just don't know how to get World Edit, anything like that, or you just decide not to use it. This is how you do it. You just want to, the total height of it is 70 meters in real life. So it should be little, if you add, the Starship should kind of be like maybe 2/3 size of the booster. So that's kind of how that should work. So you see them right next to each other. Yeah, it's like that. And I could also show you how to stack them. It's pretty simple. You just have to add the hot staging ring, which we'll actually just add to this, so you don't have to construct it. But yeah, up here all the way at the top is 70 blocks. So quite a height. Well, you know, we're pretty much the height of the Mega Bay, or not Mega Bay, High Bay, and a little ways up the Mega Base. But see, that's a half-scale recreation of the Willis Tower and Empire State Building. So, yeah, a fourth maybe of the Empire State Building's height. Still ain't that tall. So, next thing you want to add is, I literally just saw this, light gray wool, ring 1 block down around this. So it should look like this. Okay, next you want to go diagonal and up to here. Actually, no, you want to go do the same thing again, and then add light gray wool in. So it should look like that, kind of, and then you just want to add the cap there. So it should look like that, and then around, add andesite walls around. And yeah, we just saw this. It was that good camera angle and of the booster we saw when the hot staging ring, after it deployed, because this is the first time they ever saw it. You can see the the top. It's pretty cool. Add your oak fence there and right there. So kind of just copy that down. And this can be from any direction. Yeah, this thing's symmetrical. Other than that, so it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you put it in that kind of an orientation. Now, the next thing you want to add is the hot staging ring, which is, pretty easy to make. You just go add another ring between it. Pretty simple, like so. Another ring. And then at the center there, you want to do that. And just alternating pattern every other block along. Just want to add 3 block pillar. Oop. So like that, 3 blocks. Until I hide the hot staging ring will be 5 blocks. I don't know exactly how tall it is. You know what? Actually, it has to be 6 if we're going 1-to-1 scale. Actually, no, engines. Forgot about that. Yeah, the engine's 111 meters tall. Okay. So, yeah. Then, on top of that, we just want to add another one of these normal-sized rings. So, like that. And, yeah, really simple. Just another one of these rings for the hot staging ring. So, top of it. Now, if you want to add this, kind of a marker of where the hot staging ring is, the separator, add polished black stone. A singular line of polished black stone along this block here. You could add. This will help. So, kind of tells you where the hot staging ring is more. Right there. Separates it from the booster. So now, grab your fences, and in all of the ones that at every other, the ones that are blank, you just add fences. This isn't perfect, but I tried to kind of recreate the design as good as I could. So, like that. And good. So, next thing you want to do is grid fins. You're going to grab your andesite walls, go 2 blocks, I believe, below this line that we have. So, like right there. 1 block space between the line and grid fins. And then here's the basic grid fin design. Go 1 out, and then another, and then just add a 3x3 of andesite walls. It looks pretty good. You can use a darker one for these if you want. I just use andesite because, I don't know, I use it a lot. That's the only reason. Andesite walls. But there probably are darker walls. Like, we're talking the wall, not just the actual walls. But, yeah. I mean, if we look at them, there's definitely darker ones, like deep slate tile. Nether brick, of course, polished blackstone, and yeah, all the deep slate ones. There's lots of things to choose from. I'm just using andesite as a basic one, and I believe they're a little bit different than this, but for them to look good in Minecraft, you just have to have each of them like that, equally spaced. But I know in real life they're a little bit different, like some of them are closer together, like there's pairs of 2 of them on either side, but that's a little hard to recreate in Minecraft, so I just did that. If you want to add that extra detail, you could try. I tried to, but it was just too difficult. I'd have to watch a video like this just to figure it out, so I don't know, I check another video out. Moving my mic a little closer. I forgot to do that. Not a big deal. That's right, you heard that thing. Anyways. So, it's pretty good. Now, another detail you kind of see is this. Go 3 blocks down from there, place single Andesite. Nope, we're not building other grid fins. You just see this on the grid fin cameras. These little things. I don't know what they are. They're just kind of out there. So add them. So like that, and then oak fence below them. Singular oak fence. I don't know. That's the best of my ability to add them. I don't know what they are, but they're always on the cameras right below the grid fins. They're probably actually a lot smaller than this, but this is the best you could probably add in Minecraft for them. Yeah, that's what that looks like. And another thing I see a lot is down here, like little tubes. I don't know. I'm not gonna add them because I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I always see like little tubes down there. Next thing you want to do is a block above there. You want to seal this off just like we did with Starship. Like so. And this is where all of the engines will go. So you can't really exactly recreate this. So what I'll just do is just make a checker pattern. Or chessboard pattern, whatever you want to call it. Just make a checkerboard pattern of engines. And it's probably the best thing we can do with this without it being out of 1-to-1 scale. But you could make a bigger one that would look like this. I'll release a video on how to do that later. I feel like this video is getting too long to just do all of that. So I'll release a video probably maybe a day or two from now. Whenever you're seeing this. Not when you're seeing this, probably when you're... Whenever this comes out, probably 2 or 3 days later, I'll make a video on how to make the bigger ones. I'll just have to research into, like, scaling of it a little bit to figure out a scale, because, you know, I can't just make it out of scale. So I'm thinking maybe 1.5 times real size. So, I don't know. Stay tuned for that, though. Subscribe, and then maybe you can actually find it. So, yeah. Make sure to subscribe so you can see that video if you want to. Of course, if it's already out, you just go to my channel page and check that one out. And I might put an info cart, or whatever it's called, in this video as a link to that video after it comes out. So, that's something you can look for. Next, grab your polished blackstone, and below each of these andesite we placed in the checkerboard pattern, just want to place one of these. So, pretty simple. But yeah, anyone in the comments, make sure to tell me what that thing on the side of the booster is, below the grid fins that we always see during the launches. I mean, I literally saw it today when I was watching it. I was like, man, I need to add that to my Minecraft. And then I was like, you know what, I should do a video on my YouTube channel how to build one of these things in Minecraft. That'd be pretty cool. And, of course, I'm trapped between engines. Don't worry. You just dig yourself out. Well, it's not funny, but why would you, like, in survival, why would you want to construct this? There's so many resources needed. Like, this much quartz? I mean, I guess if you have, like, a sheep farm, you get the wool for this, but I don't know. That's very easy to grieve. All you need to do is just set a single block on fire of the wool, and it'll just melt the whole thing. I don't know. Well, if you're single player, I guess that's fine. But yeah, that's the booster pretty much completed. And yeah, today was really cool. But one last detail you can add is, of course, if this ends up being like a crew ship, then grab your glass, and we're gonna add some windows. So we want to add. So, well, here's another detail you can add is grab your black wool right there. Add it. So, I don't know, like just that area. I don't know how to describe it. Like the top ring of the straight. That. Those things are those little little Starlink things that connect to Starlink. Allow you to see footage of the ship burning up in the atmosphere and that Finn getting absolutely destroyed. I'm sorry, Finn. Didn't mean to offend you, but seriously, that Finn, that was brutal. I was like, mission's over. You can't even turn in the atmosphere. It's just gonna end up like Flight 3, spin it around. Although, yeah, that was pretty crazy how they actually landed it. Like, I was in tears, like, after they landed the booster and then after they landed the ship. I thought, I was like, you might land the booster, but they're not landing the ship first try. But they did. They didn't have to SN it, where they launched like 5 of them. They literally got it first try. But, like, of course, they got to replicate it first. The booster, they might just go right for it for the catch. Because, I mean, they could soft land it in the water, but, you know, Falcon 9, they did that. But, you know, they just want to see if they could land it. If they could actually slow it down enough. But, you know, landing it on the landing pad or catching it would be the next step. Okay, now that's something you want to do, but if you're making the crew one, here's what you do. Along that same line, just keep adding a ring of black, and then every other block the rest of the way up. Or not the rest of the way up, but for one more block up, you want to add that. And then this top little bit right here, put glass. These top 3, and then right there, add glass. And next, every other block from the center, add glass. So we got that. And same thing there, every other block. So that looks pretty cool, don't it? And you want to add one more ring down below with your black wool right there. And add your glass. Once again, every other block from the center. So, looks like that. I'll just keep that there, the crew design. And, yeah, I mean, you guys let me know down in the comments if you want to see any other types, like a moon ship, or deep space, or a tanker or something. Just let me know, and I'll try to my best ability, show you how to make that. So, this one, we have the cruise ship included. But yeah, you guys comment down below if you want me to do any more tutorials, or you have any tips about any ways I can make these videos better, because I know I'm probably not going to be the most best how-to person at Minecraft tutorials on my first video. So yeah, important you guys leave me some tips on how I can improve my tutorials, how to build things in Minecraft. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anyways, that should be it for this video. Historic Times Gamer logging off. So, see you next video. And, bye.